From the moment we gaze upon a star-studded sky, we are instilled with a sense of wonder. The universe, in its vastness, whispers to something deep within us. Are we mere passengers on a predetermined course, or are we the captains of our fates? This question has captivated philosophers, theologians, and scientists for millennia. It's woven into the fabric of human existence, pondered by ancient civilizations and modern thinkers. The allure of destiny lies in its power to both terrify and inspire. The idea that our lives might be preordained can be daunting, yet comforting. Before we can hope to unravel the complexities of destiny, we must first grapple with its very definition. Destiny, a word laden with weight and implication, often evokes a sense of inevitability, a predetermined course that we, as individuals, are powerless to resist. It suggests a force, unseen and perhaps unknowable, shaping the events of our lives, guiding us towards an ultimate destination. This concept of destiny, often intertwined with notions of fate, has resonated throughout human history. From ancient Greek myths of Moire, the three goddesses who spun, measured, and cut the threads of life, to Shakespearean tragedies where characters are ensnared by cruel twists of fate, the idea of a preordained path has held a powerful sway over human imagination. Yet destiny isn't always portrayed as a rigid, unyielding force. In some cultural narratives, destiny is viewed as a more malleable concept, a guiding hand rather than an iron fist. The power of choice, the ability to shape one's own destiny through action and intention, is a recurring theme. This perspective emphasizes human agency, suggesting that while we may be influenced by external forces, we are ultimately the architects of our own lives. The concept of destiny, therefore, becomes less about a predetermined endpoint and more about the journey itself, the choices we make, and the paths we forge. The tapestry of destiny in this light is woven not only with the threads of fate but also with the threads of our own free will. The concept of destiny, regardless of its interpretation, exerts a profound influence on the human psyche. It shapes our perceptions of the world, our understanding of ourselves, and our interactions with others. For some, the belief in destiny provides a sense of comfort and security. Knowing that there might be a larger plan, a guiding force orchestrating the events of our lives, can alleviate the anxieties associated with uncertainty and the unknown. This belief can foster a sense of purpose, a feeling that our lives have meaning beyond the mundane. It can provide solace in times of hardship, a belief that even the most challenging experiences are part of a larger, ultimately benevolent design. Conversely, the idea of a predetermined fate can also evoke fear and resignation. If our lives are truly preordained, if free will is but an illusion, then what is the point of striving, of making choices, of forging our own paths? This perspective can lead to a sense of fatalism, a belief that our actions are ultimately meaningless in the face of an unchangeable destiny. It can breed apathy and inaction, a sense of helplessness in the face of a preordained future. The psychological impact of destiny, therefore, is far from monolithic. It's a complex and multifaceted phenomenon, capable of inspiring hope and purpose, while simultaneously evoking fear and resignation. Understanding this duality is crucial to grasping the profound and enduring influence of destiny on the human experience.
The Stoic philosophers of ancient Greece, such as Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius, offered a unique perspective on fate and destiny. For the Stoics, fate was not a force to be feared or resisted, but rather an integral part of the natural order of the universe. Instead of resisting fate, the Stoics advocated for acceptance. True freedom lay in mastering our internal responses to external events. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Nietzsche's amor fati, saying yes to life in its entirety. Nietzsche's concept of amor fati, or love of fate, challenges us to embrace life fully. He argued that true fulfillment comes from embracing life in its entirety, joys and sorrows, triumphs and tragedies. Amor fati is about seeing every aspect of life, even the painful, as beautiful parts of a greater whole. Section 3. Sartre's existentialist challenge forging meaning in a meaningless universe. In stark contrast to the Stoic embrace of fate and Nietzsche's amour fati, the 20th century French philosopher Jean-Paul Sartre, a leading figure in existentialist thought, declared that man is condemned to be free. Sartre argued that existence precedes essence, meaning that we are born into this world without any predetermined purpose or meaning. We are not created for some specific end, but rather we are thrown into existence, and it is up to us to create our own meaning and values. This radical freedom for Sartre was both exhilarating and terrifying. It meant that we are solely responsible for our choices and actions, and that there are no external authorities, be it God, government or social norms, to dictate our values or guide our decisions. We are truly the authors of our own lives, free to define ourselves through our actions and choices. However, this freedom also comes with a heavy burden of responsibility. We are burdened with the anguish of knowing that our choices have consequences, not only for ourselves, but also for others. Sartre's existentialism rejects the notion of a preordained destiny. We are not born with a script to follow, but rather with the freedom and the responsibility to write our own. Our lives are not defined by fate, but by the choices we make in the face of a meaningless universe.
Section 4. The Buddhist concept of karma, navigating the cycle of cause and effect. Buddhism offers a distinct perspective on destiny through its concept of karma. Karma, often misunderstood as a system of cosmic reward and punishment, is more accurately understood as a law of cause and effect. It suggests that every action, both mental and physical, creates an imprint on the universe, shaping not only our present experiences, but also our future rebirths. Our current circumstances, according to Buddhist teachings, are not simply the result of chance or fate, but rather the culmination of past actions, thoughts, and intentions. However, karma is not a fixed or deterministic system. It doesn't imply that we are powerless victims of our past deeds. While our past actions may create certain conditions in our present lives, we retain the freedom to choose how we respond to those conditions. Every moment presents an opportunity to create new karma, to shift the course of our lives through conscious action and intention. The Buddha himself emphasized the importance of mindful action, urging his followers to cultivate wholesome qualities such as compassion, wisdom, and ethical conduct. By understanding the law of karma, we can begin to take responsibility for our actions and their consequences, both in this life and in future lives. We can strive to create positive karma by acting with skillfulness and compassion, gradually liberating ourselves from the cycle of suffering and moving towards enlightenment.
Frankl's quest for meaning discovering purpose in the face of suffering. Viktor Frankl, an Austrian neurologist and psychiatrist, survived the Holocaust and found meaning in suffering. In man's search for meaning, he argues our primary drive is the pursuit of meaning. Even in suffering, we can choose our attitude and find meaning. Survivors often had a sense of purpose, a reason to live. Frankl developed logotherapy, emphasizing finding meaning in life. We retain the freedom to choose how we respond and find purpose.
The sovereignty of God, an all-encompassing plan. The Bible presents a God who is omniscient and omnipotent, orchestrating history according to his divine plan. Psalm 139:16 captures this sentiment powerfully. Your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book. The sovereignty of God implies that nothing happens outside of his will. Ephesians 1:11 states, "In him we were also chosen, having been predestined according to the plan of him who works out everything in conformity with the purpose of his will." This notion of predestination indicates that our destinies are aligned with God's overarching purpose for creation. Human free will choice within predestination. The Bible emphasizes God's sovereign will and human free will. Adam and Eve's story illustrates this interplay. Their choice brought significant consequences. Genesis 2:16-17. Humans are morally accountable for their choices. Joshua calls to exercise free will. Choose this day whom you will serve. Joshua 24:15. Jesus' invitation to follow me, Matthew 4:19, emphasizes voluntary discipleship. Paul addresses this tension in Philippians 2:12-13. Human free will operates within divine sovereignty. Section 3. The role of prophecy. Foretold destinies in Scripture. Prophecy plays a significant role in the Bible, offering glimpses into God's predetermined plan. The prophetic books, like Isaiah, contain predictions about the future, centering on the Messiah. Isaiah 53 foretells the suffering servant, a prophecy Christians believe is fulfilled in Jesus. These declarations suggest events and destinies are divinely foreordained. Jeremiah was set apart before birth for a specific purpose. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you, God tells him. The New Testament emphasizes prophecy in Jesus' life and ministry. Jesus' actions are depicted as fulfillments of Old Testament prophecies. Matthew connects Jesus' birth to Isaiah's prophecy. The virgin will conceive and give birth to a son. Prophecy reassures believers that God's purposes will ultimately prevail. Grace and redemption. Destiny through divine intervention. Central to the biblical narrative is the theme of grace and redemption. Humanity's fall and redemption through Jesus Christ forms the core of Christian theology. Ephesians 2:8-9. For it is by grace you have been saved, through faith. Salvation and destiny are gifts of divine grace. Redemption through grace transforms destiny. It introduces the possibility of a changed fate through divine intervention. The Apostle Paul exemplifies transformative grace. His encounter with Christ radically alters his destiny. Paul's life illustrates how divine grace can redirect a life's course. This perspective offers hope and assurance of a new destiny through grace. Section 5. The paradox of predestination and free will. Seeking harmony. The interplay between predestination and free will presents a theological paradox that has intrigued scholars and believers alike. The Bible offers teachings that support both concepts, leading to various interpretations and debates. Calvinism emphasizes predestination, positing that God has predetermined who will be saved and who will be damned. Ephesians 1:4-5 supports this view, for he chose us in him before the creation of the world. In love, he predestined us for adoption to sonship through Jesus Christ. Arminianism emphasizes human free will, advocating that individuals can accept or reject God's offer of salvation. John 3:16 suggests an open invitation to all humanity, contingent upon personal belief and choice. This view maintains that while God knows the future, he does not coerce human decisions. The tension between predestination and free will reflects the complexity of the biblical message. Romans 9:14-16 captures this duality. What then shall we say? Is God unjust? Not at all. It does not, therefore, depend on human desire or effort, but on God's mercy. This passage acknowledges God's sovereign choice, while also emphasizing his mercy. Ultimately, the biblical narrative invites believers to trust in God's wisdom and sovereignty. The paradox of predestination and free will encourages a humble reliance on God and an active engagement in the journey of faith. This balanced perspective acknowledges the mystery of God's ways and the meaningful role of human agency in the unfolding of destiny.
The Upanishads and the law of karma, sowing seeds of destiny. Eastern philosophies offer unique perspectives on destiny. The Upanishads introduce karma, a cornerstone of understanding destiny. Karma extends beyond simple cause and effect. It encompasses actions, thoughts, and intentions shaping our lives. The Upanishads compare karma to planting seeds. Every action is akin to sowing a seed. Actions carry potential for future consequences. These are natural outcomes of our past actions. The concept of karma might appear deterministic, suggesting our present is bound by past actions. However, the Upanishads emphasize free will within karma. Like a potter molding clay, we shape our lives with awareness and intention. By cultivating wisdom and ethical conduct, we can create a positive future. Taoism and the flow of the universe. Aligning with the cosmic current. Taoism, an ancient Chinese philosophy rooted in the Tao Te Ching, a text attributed to the sage Lao Tzu, offers a distinct perspective on destiny, emphasizing harmony with the natural order of the universe. The Tao, often translated as the way or the path, represents the ultimate source of all things, the underlying principle that governs the cosmos. It is a force that is both constant and ever-changing, flowing effortlessly through all of creation. Taoism teaches that true freedom and fulfillment come not from striving against the current of life, but from aligning ourselves with the Tao, surrendering to the natural flow of the universe. This surrender, however, is not a passive resignation to fate, but rather an active cultivation of a state of wu-wei, often translated as non-action or effortless action. Wu-wei is not about doing nothing, but about acting in accordance with the Tao, moving in harmony with the natural rhythms of life. Imagine a leaf floating down a stream. The leaf doesn't struggle against the current, but rather surrenders to the flow of the water, effortlessly carried along its course. Similarly, when we align ourselves with the Tao, we tap into a source of wisdom and power that is far greater than our own limited perspective. We allow life to unfold naturally, trusting that we are guided by a force that is both wise and benevolent. Wu-wei, the Taoist concept of effortless action, is often misunderstood as a call to passivity or inaction. However, it is a highly nuanced concept that points to a way of being in the world where our actions are aligned with the natural flow of the Tao. It is about acting with a sense of ease and spontaneity, responding to situations with wisdom and intuition, rather than with force or struggle. The Tao Te Ching uses the analogy of a cook preparing a meal. A skilled cook doesn't force the ingredients to conform to their will, but rather works with the natural properties of each element, allowing the flavors to blend and harmonize effortlessly. Similarly, when we practice Wu-wei, we cultivate a sense of awareness and sensitivity to the present moment, responding to situations with a quiet mind and a flexible approach. Wu-wei is not about being passive or indifferent, but about acting with a sense of detachment from the outcome of our actions. We strive to do our best in each moment, but we release the need to control the results. We trust that when we are aligned with the Tao, our actions will naturally lead to the most harmonious outcome. Eastern philosophies emphasize karma, dharma, and the Tao, offering a nuanced view of destiny and free will. We are born with karmic tendencies, but retain the freedom to respond and alter our lives. This interplay is a dance between acceptance and action. Acceptance is not passive, it's a starting point for conscious action. By living with awareness and acting with compassion, we can create a meaningful destiny.
In Islamic thought, destiny, or al-Qadr, is a pillar of faith, highlighting Allah's power and wisdom. The Quran states, "We created everything according to a measure." Quran 54-49. Al-Qadr includes all life events, urging trust in Allah's wisdom. The Prophet Muhammad said, "All matters are good for the believer." Sahih Muslim. This belief encourages viewing life's experiences through faith, finding wisdom in adversity. Al-Qadr is not about fatalism, but offers comfort and strength. It reminds believers of their purpose within a larger cosmic order. This understanding empowers Muslims to face challenges with resilience. The Divine Pen and the Preserved Tablet, unveiling the Book of Life. The Prophet Muhammad explained, Allah wrote the decrees of creation 50,000 years before He created the heavens and the earth. Sahih Muslim. The Divine Pen inscribed these decrees onto the preserved tablet, emphasizing Allah's knowledge and decree. This raises questions about human free will and the significance of our choices. Islam balances divine decree with human agency. The Quran states, "Man shall have to his account nothing but what he strives for." Quran 53-39. This highlights accountability and the weight of our actions. Human free will, al-ikhtiyar, navigating the path of choice. Islam recognizes human free will, asserting our capacity to choose between right and wrong. We are moral agents, shaping our lives through decisions. The Quran emphasizes the consequences of our actions. The interplay between divine decree and human free will is complex, with scholars debating the balance. Some emphasize Allah's will, while others highlight genuine human freedom and accountability. The test of life, trials, tribulations, and triumphs. Life is a test, refining character and elevating spiritual station. The Quran states, "Do the people think they will be left to say, 'We believe,' and they will not be tested?" Quran 29-2. Tests come in various forms, offering opportunities for spiritual growth. The Prophet Muhammad said, "The greatest reward comes with the greatest trial." Tirmidhi. Trials are seen as opportunities to draw closer to Allah. Alongside trials come triumphs, moments of joy and fulfillment. Muslims are encouraged to approach both with gratitude, recognizing Allah's wisdom. Seeking knowledge and striving for good, shaping destiny through action. Islam emphasizes human action in shaping destiny. The Prophet Muhammad said, "The actions of the son of Adam are presented to Allah every Thursday night." Sahih al-Albani. Seeking knowledge is a sacred duty, empowering informed decisions. The Prophet Muhammad said, "Seeking knowledge is an obligation upon every Muslim." Sunan ibn Majah. Good character, ethical conduct, and social responsibility are emphasized. The Quran states, "Whoever does righteousness, we will surely cause him to live a good life." Quran 16-97.
A delicate dance reconciling seemingly opposing forces. The question of destiny versus free will has sparked endless debates. Destiny suggests a predetermined course, while free will speaks to our agency. Rather than viewing them as opposing, we can see them as interconnected. A nuanced perspective acknowledges the dance between forces shaping our lives. The spectrum of belief, from determinism to absolute freedom. Beliefs about destiny and free will vary widely. Hard determinism posits all events are causally predetermined. Compatibilism reconciles free will with determinism, emphasizing internal factors. Libertarianism champions genuine freedom of choice. Absolute freedom suggests boundless possibility, transcending limitations. There is no easy answer to the paradox of destiny and free will. The human experience is a tapestry of preordained and self-spun threads. True wisdom lies in embracing the mystery and unknowability. Socrates said, "The unexamined life is not worth living. The journey, choices, and quest for meaning define our lives, reflecting the indomitable human spirit." While the debate surrounding destiny and free will may never reach a definitive conclusion, one thing remains clear: the choices we make matter. Regardless of whether we believe in a preordained plan or the power of our own volition, our actions have consequences, shaping not only our own lives, but also the lives of those around us. Embracing the power of choice does not negate the possibility of a larger cosmic order. Rather, it suggests that we are active participants in the unfolding of our lives, co-creators with the universe itself. Just as a skilled sailor adjusts their sails to navigate the winds and currents, we too can learn to navigate the currents of life, making choices that align with our values, aspirations, and the greater good. Every moment presents an opportunity to choose love over fear, kindness over judgment, and action over apathy. Each decision, no matter how seemingly insignificant, has the potential to ripple outward, creating a positive impact on the world around us. By embracing our agency, by making conscious and compassionate choices, we tap into a wellspring of power within ourselves, a power that transcends the limitations of any preordained plan. Ultimately, the question of destiny versus free will may be less about finding the right answer and more about living with awareness, about aligning our actions with our highest aspirations. It's about recognizing that while we may not be able to control every circumstance that life throws our way, we can choose how we respond, how we grow, and how we contribute to the world around us. The ancient wisdom traditions offer timeless guidance in this endeavor. The Stoics remind us to focus on what lies within our control, our thoughts, emotions, and actions, accepting the rest with equanimity. Buddhism encourages us to cultivate mindfulness, to become aware of our thoughts and actions without judgment, and to make choices that lead to greater peace and understanding. The pursuit of self-awareness is a lifelong endeavor, a continuous process of reflection, growth, and refinement. It requires us to examine our beliefs, to confront our shadows, and to cultivate a deep understanding of our strengths and weaknesses. By embracing this journey of self-discovery, we empower ourselves to make choices that align with our authentic selves, to live with greater purpose and intention, and to create a life that is both meaningful and fulfilling, regardless of the hand we've been dealt.
As we conclude our exploration into destiny, we find ourselves standing on the precipice of a profound truth. The human experience is a tapestry woven from fate and free will. We are both passengers on a grand cosmic journey and active participants in our own stories. The question of destiny is a mystery to be explored with open hearts and inquisitive minds. From ancient wisdom to modern thinkers, we've encountered diverse beliefs on destiny and free will. Amidst this tapestry of perspectives, one thread remains constant: the enduring mystery of human existence. Perhaps the true beauty lies in embracing the unknown and marveling at the forces shaping our lives. It's about acknowledging a grand design while honoring our own choices, living with awareness, making choices that align with our highest aspirations. Embrace the mystery and majesty of our existence with courage, compassion, and belief in boundless possibilities.